let's see here. Let me get everybody turns, volumes, and all that stuff so we can do this.
Turned up.
All right.
Turn up.
Turn up and burn up. Oh, God. So fucking... I'm not talking for the rest of the show.
Flow up from the flow up.
Putting myself in timeout. What's up, everybody? It's look. Can we count? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. All 4 of us today. Ha ha.
Holy shit!
I know. I feel like the world's about to end.
We are all fucking present.
Yes. I have to say that I'm fired up from Bloody Irish's premiere.
That's funny because you didn't even let us know in the side chat. Jesus.
No, I let it slide over me. I contained myself.
I missed
that was
you
contained.
Yep.
I was too nice. I was too nice, especially
you were.
Especially after watching it back and after listening to what a few people had said about their interactions with that same guy. And I saw the comments for myself, and I was like, that guy's a piece of shit, actually. I thought he was like this nice dude, but no, he's an asshole.
No, so there are a number of, that basically what he wants is for people to waste their lives reading, abstruse theological treatises and then ask him for clarification on them. No, people don't need to learn this sort of shit in order to conduct themselves properly. It's a nonsensical argument that relies on simple fatuous assertion. Have you considered what purpose your life has? No, it doesn't have one other than what I choose to give it. Say
it any better?
Let's say hello to everybody in the side chat with that wonderful. Your life is meaningless, according to PhD Tony.
Well,
your life is only if you are unable to or unwilling to give it reason and meaning yourself. There are some people that just seem to lack that capability to determine, what their lives are worth or what their lives are going to amount to. They need some external thing to tell them,
Sure.
what they should be or what they should feel or what they should believe in.
Sure. Yeah. I'm waiting for the part where you start shitting on religion again.
I apologize. I'm a little bit. What the fuck is that about?
I'm just fucking with you. Golly, you're so touchy, so touchy.
Yeah, you're so touchy.
No, what I'm trying to
just teasing you.
What the fuck did you tell people?
I'm trying to express a fucking thought.
Did anybody ever tell you when you're a kid that if you react to bullies like myself and Johnny O, that we're just going to make it worse? And it's true. Because the other day, oh my God, I was like, after I did my live stream, I was sitting there thinking, I'm just waiting for JL to message me. And then you did like 2 minutes later. When I said that you had religious convictions, I was like, as soon as he hears that, he's
You did not say that I had religious convictions. That is not what you said.
Oh. Okay.
What did I say?
Okay,
really? What did I say?
Okay, you specifically said that I believe God created the world.
See?
Well,
okay.
Yeah,
that is not what I ever said. Those words have never come out of my mouth. But now, normally, you say it in a way that people would understand as joking. That you're like making a joke. That you're ripping on something and just poking fun. But this particular time, you said it so casually and just kind of offhanded that it could come off as serious. And I've got enough fucking people online trying to say that. Well, okay, you know what I think it is? This is what I think it is because I deal with.
This is what it is. It's too much. It's too much dealing with Darth Dawkins. And those.
That's part of it. That's part of it.
That's the biggest part of it. That's the biggest part of it.
Yeah, your problem is with him. Your problem is with him, not with me.
The issue is this. I deal with a lot of theists every single day, and the issue that I run into is that they are consistently accusing me of being a liar. They're consistently accusing me of being deceptive, and that I am deliberately denying God, or in my own self-righteousness. Well, you're right, fucking like Romans 1:13 or some shit like that, and that I'm aware of God. I'm just choosing to deny it, or choosing to ignore it, or choosing to not believe, in denial of my own, that the fact that it's actually been revealed to me in some way. So it is an uphill battle trying to tell people, trying to be like, no, I am not a fucking liar. I do not see the things that you see.
It doesn't have to be an uphill battle, though, right? Just because you have religion. Yes, Tony, I'm gonna. Yes, you're next. Tagging you in. The only thing I would say to you,
Johnny, you're about to.
What? No, stop it. The only thing I would say to that whole business, it
that's
doesn't
how
have to be. It doesn't have to be an uphill battle. You can just tell people, go fuck yourselves, and then be done with it.
And that's normally what I do. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead. You were going to say.
So the issue, I've been thinking about sort of the debate that I'm going to have on Johnny's show, and the issue is knowing stuff, right? Actually knowing stuff, particularly for religious-minded people, is very, very easy. They just choose to know stuff. They're not interested in the evidence. They're not interested in the broader context. They're not, and this is very different from understanding. Mm-hmm. So knowledge that people, and they project that choice onto you. They say you're choosing what you want to believe because everybody chooses what I did. Therefore, it's the same thing that you did. That's how you know. You choose to believe the results of science. And so it's so that they're doing what they can to defend their mindset, but actually, I think you're misidentifying the problem, which is that they're projecting their viewpoint onto you because that's how they construct their view of the world. And so, but the reality is that stuff that you choose to believe, stuff that has no evidence to support it, absolutely does not advance your ability to understand the world.
True.
So for instance, flat earthers know that the earth is flat. They can't navigate on it. They can't fly a plane. They can't work out how much fuel you need to get from A to B. They can't plot a bit of a satellite. They can't do any of these things. They can't locate mineral deposits with gravimetric data. They can't map the ocean floor with gravimetric data. So we can do that because we understand the physical system involved. And religion is a lot like that. They've chosen a belief system, but it's not something that actually increases their ability to understand the world. And so, the counter is, okay, tell me how your belief system, how what you've chosen to believe, advances your understanding of the world around you. How do you better understand the world? What technological innovations, what scientific developments, what improvements in everybody's quality of life have resulted from you adopting that particular viewpoint? And there is none. They'll descend
I think their argument.
Waffle.
I'm sorry, Tony. I think their argument would be that it's that technology and whatnot has not enhanced; that it's actually hindered. It's caused issue. That it's allowed the poisoning of the minds and all that shit. So I think that's their counter. That's their go-to counter with that. But basically what Tony said in a nutshell was the reverse of the "it's not you, it's me." Well, it's not you, Tony, or it's not you, JL, it's them. They're the ones that have the issue.
Absolutely. And one thing one thing that I think I'm able to articulate now is that the big divide that I've run into in all of these conversations, the big huge divide is in theory of truth. How we determine things to be true. So the vast majority of us pretty much, deal with what the correspondence theory of truth, that the truth of a thing corresponds to an object, as in very simply, I'm in a house. I'm speaking on a microphone. I have a Monster energy drink. These are facts. These truths correspond with the objects, and from there we derive facts. Facts are descriptions of reality, so on and so forth. But they don't do that. They don't derive truth the same way that we do, and because there's a fundamental breakdown between how they determine a thing to be truth and how we determine the majority of people determine a thing to be true. Because of that, there is a divide that we just cannot cross, because we cannot agree on the very simple nature of how we determine a thing to be true. And there are multiple theories. You got correspondence, you got coherence, pragmatic, constructivist, consensus, and then those are the substantive. That's the substantive fields, and then you go into minimalist and pluralist, and blah blah blah. But yeah, that's a breakdown. It's like how we determine a thing to be true. They don't feel that that's sufficient. They don't feel that that works. Okay. Unless you put in like an external agent like God or something of that nature.
We have previously had streams descend into detailed discussions of formal logic, and I'd prefer that this not happen to this one, if that's okay.
That's fair. Because
it's supposed to be sort of a fun experience. I will say, Rob Parks, if you feel insulted by anything I said, then I actually think that it's your problem rather than mine. I have deeply meditated on Christian theology. I've experienced Christian theology, and I'm going to stand by everything I say. To me, it's an intellectual and ethical abdication of responsibility. But let's move on. I am looking forward to sort of Tuesday's debate, and I have been thinking about, the mindset of all science denialists is that they just believe stuff. This is what I believe. Bang. Well, can you do anything with that? No. Well, then it's useless, isn't it? It's completely useless.
Now, you're debating him on flat Earth or on young Earth?
Young Earth.
Young Earth.
He is aware that the presence of lead pretty much proves the old Earth, right?
No.
I mean,
the answer to your question, JL, is no.
All right.
No.
All right,
cool. You of all people, JL, know exactly the type of person this guy is.
I am very familiar with Otangelo. I'm familiar with Otangelo's theological arguments, which are his presuppositional, apologetics. But I'm not familiar. I didn't know that he was a young Earth creationist. I know that Darth is. I didn't know that Otangelo was until very recently, when you were like, "Hey, let's get these two guys to debate," and I'm like, "This guy is going to get mauled like Siegfried on a bad day."
Yeah. I almost
no offense to any tiger lovers out there.
I almost feel bad for setting up this debate. Almost.
It does feel a little like a setup.
Well, but you asked
a trap.
for it. You kind of asked for it, right? He kind of asked for it. With his.
Yeah, it's.
Go ahead, Tony.
Well, sort of the thing is that they're getting more aggressive, right? We've got Matt Powell spewing the most odious nonsense. We've got we've got Kent Hovind. We've got convicted fraudster and pathological liar Kent Hovind backing him up on that, there seems to be mobilization, and then of course we've got the Answers in Genesis crowd, and that sort of thing, and if you look at them, they had their cadre of tame scientists who'll come out and make pronouncements about radiocarbon dating or whatever. And in doing so, they've completely abandoned any academic rigor, intellectual honesty, or even ethical principle. If you're not an expert on geochronology, then how about you shut up about it? Because your opinion is no more valuable than anybody else's, right? If you don't know what the fuck you're talking about on geochronological principles, then shut it and let somebody who does know what they're talking about.
So
talk instead.
I got to ask on that note, is Otangelo aware of your background? I mean, does he know who he's going up against?
I don't know.
I think he knows. I think I told him. If not, I'll let him know again, just to be on the safe side, because I mean, he's walking into I don't want to say the lines. Yeah, you're probably walking into a meat grinder. And I mean, I didn't set this up in dishonesty. You know, I wanted him to know that, you know, hey, this is going to be a very difficult position for you to defend against, specifically against your opponent, because your opponent kind of does this for a living.
Yeah, it's and it's, you know, it just always it always bugs me, you know, this sort of thing. But I'll try and keeping it down to 3 points is a good idea.
So I figured that would be a good way to corral the rabbit chasing.
Yeah,
he's gonna feel like Vegemite taste at the end.
That's gross.
I am
looking forward to the debate, though, because I think it's going to be an interesting takedown of somebody whom I believe to be just a little bit dishonest. Just a little bit.
Oh, y'all.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to say this outright. Anybody who, you know, if somebody wants to say, I believe the Earth is 6,000 years old and it doesn't matter what evidence you present, okay, you know, that position cannot be engaged with.
Yes.
You're frankly adopting a position in opposition to all of the evidence. But if they're going to say the evidence supports the conclusion that the Earth was created 6,000 years ago, now they're just fucking lying.
Yeah.
And that's what I object to. Is, you know, nescient half-wits like Kent Hovind, you know, bloviating in front of his, you know, coterie of dim-witted hangers-on, and just.
Jesus!
For somebody who hates reading so much, you're very eloquent. Your ability to string together this poetic, your ability to put together this string of poetic just brilliance is amazing.
The big talking words.
Thank you. But yeah,
all them's big talking words.
Yes. Well, I mean, you know, I have. You know, the reason I hate literature is because I have read it, right? You know, I know it's there. Hating it without reading it would have been unfair.
That would be dishonest.
Fucking book learning.
Book learning. Book learning, everybody. Not my book, but actual books. God damn
it. Well, most likely.
Coming in here with all your big book learning words. That's in Trailer Park Boys. So what, you think you're fucking smarter than me just because you know all your big fucking book learning words?
No, I think I'm smarter than you because I'm smarter than you.
I think that was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air as well, when Fresh Prince went back to Philadelphia, and it was like, what was it? Prince used a school word. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you said. I can't applegate myself.
I love in Trailer Park Boys where he's like, yeah, you might be smarter than me at book learning, but I'm smarter than you at like playing hockey and growing dope. Fucking love that. Which is true, by the way.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That was not word salad, says Peter Collins.
Well, yeah. Okay. Tony loves The Adventures of Tom Bombadil. I have to say, I have not read The Adventures of Tom Bombadil. Because in what turns out to be a twist, spoiler alert, Clive, excrement is not literature. There's a distinction. I know you think, Tolkien's. No, you think, well, you just wait, JL. I am doing this PhD Tony Hates Literature thing.
Yes.
And the first person I'm going to lay into is H.P. Lovecraft. Because
Why you gotta jump on HP? What did he ever do to you?
well, he wrote Whisperer in the Dark. That's what he did. Or at least somebody did. Based on the amount of sense it makes, I suspect that HP just vomited something. And his editor came along and said, oh, well, with a few touches here and there, we could turn that into some sort of story. And I'm sure somebody somewhere is going to pay for it.
To be honest, it's probably some sort of peyote dream, okay?
It probably is.
I
don't know
Look
how.
at JL. Look what you've done to JL over there. He's just defeated.
Well, it's
like,
the only H.P. Lovecraft story I've read, but I have gone to get others to read because I'm pretty sure he's a rich vein of material. Let's just put it that way.
Did you say H.P. Lovecraft?
Yes.
H.P. Howard Philip Lovecraft.
Oh, I was thinking of B.J. Lovecraft, which is an adult actor.
Right. Okay.
Wow.
It's a really obscure literature genre of prawn.
Okay.
These guys have broken JL. Look at that. Look at him. He doesn't know what to do right now. He's sandwiched.
You got there.
He's just, make Lovecraft, not Warcraft, says Dora.
Dora.
That's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
All right. So what else has been going on in you guys' worlds?
Well, as you can see, as everybody can see, slowly but surely.
You actually got rid of Lovecraft yourself. There's no more Lovecraft on the wall. You said fuck Lovecraft.
Everything is getting ready to be packed up and put onto the truck. So I got vast majority of the boxes, but I have some big items over there that need to be specially packed, and then all the artwork is in one particular area so that we can make sure it stays safe, and it's pretty much it. But I wanted to set this up so that any theists out there would see like the globe, and the flat earthers would be pissed, and then the great dragon in front of the globe. So I wanted to allude to satanic things in my background, but yeah, just packing it up, getting ready to go. This will probably be the last time I'm online until I'm gonna try and make it a week, a week maximum. And so I'll be back for the next Beardsmen. But you guys have got the show this week.
Oh yeah, the Wednesday. That's going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I still have good money that JL is gonna super fast move all of his, at least his computer shit up there, so he can jump on oh no, I made it, guys, I'm here, it's okay, I'm here, I can do it, I can do the show. What's gonna happen is we're gonna bomb so bad that JL is just gonna be fucking in the background like, no, fuck this shit, and he'll call in on his telephone.
Yes, Tony. I am putting Week in Horror in the capable hands of Johnny, Eugene, and Alex.
Okay. Well, don't worry. We will dutifully pretend that we miss you.
Oh, appreciate that so much. Yeah, appreciate that so much.
Ouch.
Sorry. I just decided. Look, we've let our audiences down by not, by having some boring stuff happen, and by letting people, persecute in real life, Darth Dawkins. Don't do that, JL. Bad JL. That's the other thing that did happen this week was, of course, the doxing events.
I haven't. Hang on, before you jump into that, I haven't doxed anybody.
No,
you haven't.
Not you.
I don't. I will never dox anybody.
Not you, JL.
No.
But what Tony is piggybacking on this. But I've never doxed anybody. I will let them know that I have all their shit.
I don't think you should.
but it's only for my personal use.
Okay, well, but I don't.
Jesus,
so I can
Murphy.
send you it's only so I can send you a dick cake.
Am I guilty by association
think
here?
we
or
all
what?
are.
Like,
So-
fuck
I
me.
did tell Darth Dawkins happy belated birthday because it was the day
Okay.
after his birthday.
When JL gets his hold on, may I just correct you? His birthday wasn't belated. Your wishes were. It is belated happy birthday, sir. Have some respect for the man.
Jesus
Anyway,
Christ.
let me continue.
No,
It's one
not
of
at
my
all.
pet peeves. Hey, look. Hold up. For a guy that messes up the majority of sentences that come out of my face, that is the one that I at least understand enough to be able to have some authority on. I'm probably wrong, but I don't want to fucking hear it if I am. So
Rob Parks,
Continue.
Rob Parks asking me why what.
Why let's see here. Jesus Lovecraft Warren. No, why J.L. Warren, there it is.
He says why JL, and I'm saying
No, I know.
Oh, no,
I'm pretty sure
okay,
he's
but
talking
it's
about
plain-
the Darth Dawkins
I think
visit.
he's wondering why I assemble what's kind of like an Xavier protocols on virtually all the people that I don't like, is so that I have this information and it's like I let them know. Hey, by the
Hang on a
way,
second. Wait, here it is. You guys ever seen that? Have you guys ever seen that movie Billy Madison?
yeah,
Okay, there's a part in Billy Madison. This is for the audience. There's a part in Billy Madison at the very end where he calls up Steve Buscemi's character.
and me.
And, well, okay. He calls up Steve Buscemi's character and says, "Hey, I'm sorry for being a bully to you." And then Steve Buscemi was like, "Yeah, no big deal. It's cool." And then he marks out a name.
Thanks for calling. He's like, I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a great one. Take
And
it
then,
easy.
and
Yeah,
then
thanks
he
so much.
marks out the name in lipstick. Okay, that character, that Steve Buscemi character, is on the Beardsmen right now. I'm not going to tell you which one he is. I'm not going to tell you which one he is.
I
He's
am
here
not
right now.
Oh, Rob Parks asked me why look at the dude's information. So
He
Rob
kind of put it out there. I mean, to be honest.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But okay, so Rob, the point is this: is that the vast majority of people, there's a lot of people on the internet. Obviously, they act like fucking assholes. They think they do it because the anonymity of the internet. They think the internet gives them anonymity. Okay, and it does to an extent. But no, if you look hard enough and if you know where to look and you are willing to pay for it on occasion, you can find anything on anybody. If you're on the net if you're on any kind of social media, if you've ever had social media accounts, if you have engaged in anything, even if you've just gone online to do stuff with like your realtor or your bank or something of that nature, that information is online. And it's actually way easier to find than you think. I don't need to be a hacker or a sleuth to find this shit. I just know where to look. Okay? I don't need to hire a private investigator to find these things. I can go and find them. And the point is most likely it's probably a deep-seated thing in responding to bullies, because if it's one thing in this fucking world I don't like, as I do not like bullies. And bullies, because it's a power play, and bullies on the internet think that the anonymity of the internet gives them power. And no, the internet gives them no power. There is no anonymity, especially when they run their mouth and I say, look, you're sitting here threatening me, you're threatening the people I love, or you're talking shit like you've never been smacked in your mouth. Well, guess what? Here's a picture of your fucking home, and here's your details. I found it this easily. It took me 15 minutes. Watch who you're talking to, because you may just run into somebody who knows where to look like I do, and they may not have the compunctions that I do.
Well, so let's look at the case of doxing that has come up recently. So the target of this doxing event has previously been doxed, and in the previous doxing event, they were followed intermittently, and photos of them going about their business, doing stuff. Doing stuff were posted to them along with threatening messages. And this most recent doxing episode has led to, a police guard being required on their family. So these things are quite serious, but I think that sort of the if I this tit for this, it's okay because they did something or they annoyed me mentality is exactly the mentality that that the people on the that the people who did the doxing feel justified because of, right? They say, okay, well, this person I'm going to dox did something to annoy me, therefore it's perfectly justified for me to come out and dox them. That's the mentality that they accept. And if you do this tit for tat thing, escalating slightly each time, there's only one way it can actually turn out, and it's not a pretty option. And I think we kind of need to adopt higher standards of comportment, particularly if we're going to complain if our friends are getting doxed. It's a also, JL, I just want to point out that you went on record publicly stating that you're willing to pay for it regularly. You did use those words. You're willing to pay for
I
it.
didn't say regularly. I said yes, I did say that I am willing. If I'm looking for information, I'm willing to pay for it if I'm motivated in
it. Yeah, I'm using.
I see what you're trying to turn this into.
I do think it needs to be. I don't think that, and this is my interpretation of the events. I'm not speaking for J.L. Warren. I'm not trying to. I am not offering. I'm not diminishing what Tony is saying by any means. I don't think J.L. Warren, if I'm hearing you correctly, your interest wasn't and still isn't to release any information. It was more so, hey guy, look, stop. You got to stop being so damn combative on the internet because people will find your shit. Look how easy it was for me to do it. And I don't. That's the
intention. It's the intention. Just take the wind out of the bully's sails. I am fully aware of what dumping somebody's personal information on the internet can lead to, and it's dangerous because there are people out there who could do that, but if you just dox somebody and you drop all the shit out there, there's no telling what could be out there. It may not be somebody who goes and harms them. It could be somebody who just is like, oh, internet, identity thieves. They could just steal their fucking identity and shit. Right. And nobody, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. That's a nightmare that's so hard to get out of. So no, it's just an opportunity to take the wind out of their sails and, hey, look, Chief, you're not as shielded as you think you are. When you run around threatening people and saying, just because you think nobody can find you, that's some bullshit. You can be, these individuals can be found. You know what? And what I have seen by doing this, by having these private conversations with these people, by showing them a street view image of their home, is that they seem to comport themselves in more, I would say, or in less combative ways in the future. Because they realize, wow, dang, someone really could find me. Holy shit.
Well,
maybe I should watch what I'm saying if I'm around strangers.
But that's the other pincer, right? Of the that's the other pincer of the argument, is that you're sort of adopting the idea that you're the adjudicator of who's comporting themselves properly and who isn't, and that's the other arm of Red's Rhetoric, Cheshire Vic, Golden Unicorn, etc., is the ironclad self-righteousness. And again, it's back to a belief system. They choose to believe that they are infallible judges of what is right and what is wrong. And if you wrong them, they will hunt you down. And if you react in any way, that they don't like, then they will escalate, and they will keep on escalating. So it's just, the justification you're offering here is exactly the justification we'd hear from people who do doxing. It just gets it just leads to that sort of yes, there are dickheads on the internet, but they're on the internet. The internet's big enough that if we don't want to talk to people, we don't have to talk to people. I am perfectly happy not talking to A22 Productions, Red's Rhetoric, Cheshire Vic, Mr. Serious, and Golden Unicorn ever again. I've no wish to talk to them. I've no wish to be in a chat with them. I've no wish to exchange opinions with them. and I can do that, and that's fine. And they can stay away from me, and we can both be happy.
So this is something interesting this here, and I get it, and I completely understand. And people have brought this to me before, that what I do, even though I don't dox anybody, and any conversations I have with an individual remain private between me and them, and I don't drop anybody's personal information on the internet. So I don't do that. But some people have brought to me, well, isn't that kind of bullying the bully? It's like, yes, in a way, and I accept that. But like I said before in the past, one of the greatest lessons that my father ever taught me was that when I used to walk around this world thinking that I could walk through all of my problems, I had a giant chip on my shoulder. I dared anybody that came along to try and knock it off. I had real anger issues back in the day. And guess what? I got my ass kicked as much as I kicked ass, because I didn't care who I ran into. It was like, knock my chip off, and then I'd get my ass whooped, and that'd be pretty much it. But my father always told me that no matter how badass you think you are, how badass you are, there is always one person out there who will who will literally stomp the living shit out of you, who may just end you just because they lack the compunction. And people out there like that exist. It's not my job to be that person. I've taken it upon myself, given my relationship with bullies and how much I fucking hate bullies, to let them know that people like this exist. And you didn't come across one today, but you could come across one tomorrow. So beware. So I am the harbinger at the beginning of the horror film. I am the street sign that says, do not enter. So I've taken it upon myself. It's a personal thing. I don't feel like I'm doing some public service. And it's only when some people cross a particular line. When they start making people feel unsafe, when they start, working on people's anxieties, when they start doing things other than say, we can disagree, and that's fine. You threaten me, you threaten my family, you threaten my friends. You take it to a level where I have to say, could this person really do this? Yeah, they're probably talking shit. Better safe than sorry. Let them know that I'm on to them first. So it's very specific. I don't wantonly just go around hunting. Not to mention, it can be expensive sometimes. But I don't wantonly go around saying, oh, where are all these motherfuckers? I'm going to find you all. It's not the way it works. So, but yeah, it is kind of bullying the bully. And I got no problem with that. I got no problem showing a little bit of strength to a motherfucker who only responds to power.
Okay. Well, I think that it's I think that it leaves you open to criticism from people who are making an objective assessment.
Well, of course it is. Yeah, I'm open to it. I wouldn't try to shy away from it. I know some people may agree with it, some people may disagree with it, but I do it as safely as I can, and I don't openly, wantonly harm anybody. I don't drop people's shit on the internet. It's between me and them. So.
Fair enough. Well, I just thought, particularly given the topical nature of the treatment of people's, private information, I kind of think that, we need to start behaving, to start cleaving to a much higher standard of comportment. Otherwise, my opinion is that we need to lift our game if we're going to work our way out of this situation.
That's fair. What are you doing?
Me.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
That noise.
Demonetized.
Okay.
Yes, super demonetized.
Lordy. In all honesty, yeah. I mean, if you feel personally threatened on the internet, having somebody's information so you can turn it over to the police, like, hey, look, this guy's that's one thing, and I completely understand that. I can see both sides of your specific scenario, Jail. I would err on the side of not doing that, simply because it does, like Tony says, it does leave you open up to scrutiny for those actions.
Well, that's the whole big thing. Is I have nothing to hide, and I'm ashamed of what I do. I'm not. So, and I have nothing to hide. And if the authorities wanted to come and talk to me, sure, the authorities can come and talk to me. I mean, think about this. I have this information. If something bad were to happen, I'd be number one suspect. So, and I'm not afraid of that because I haven't done anything. So if it's on to them, someone actually, I think it was somebody brought it up. I totally can't see it. That if the individual, okay. We're talking about like scrupulous here. Okay, here's the reality. Here's the reality to someone now, and I'm gonna be flat out honest here. I'm gonna get a little personal on this one. Speaking from the perspective of an individual who, for pretty much the better part of the first quarter of their life, was tormented, tortured, and bullied to an extent that you would not believe, to the point of abject abuse, beat with instruments, gang beat, and damn near threatened to be gang raped one time. Okay? Just because I was an outsider, I was a fat kid, and I was kind of shy, and I was a transplant from California to Texas. Motherfuckers did not take well to me at all. Okay? Bullies only respond to power. That is it. There is no ignoring them. There is no walking away. Motherfuckers who make it their job to make your life hell and to make you afraid, to make you scared. This is what people like this respond to. Yes, you can speak softly and carry a big stick. And it's the kind of like the threat of that. It's like, yeah, I might not want to fuck with that dude. This is the internet, however. This whole thing is how you might not want to fuck with that dude. But the conversations I have with these people, it's not about, don't fuck with me. Look, I can find you. It's not like that. The conversations I have with these people is, look, dude, you're crossing a line. Check it out. I found your information this fast. Now, I'm not going to do anything. Okay? But someone else might. Okay? So for your sake and for other people's sake, just stop doing it. Don't behave in this manner unless you know everybody around you. Okay? Because all you do is cause misery and strife, and you could open the door and something really, really horrible can happen. And yeah, they could take it as a threat. Oh, he's threatening me, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't threaten him. Because I know how to type what I'm saying. I know how to write out what I'm saying in order to shield myself from liability. So no, if they take it as a threat, that's on them. Whatever. So the reality of it goes, this is what these people respond to. This is the only thing they will ever respond to.
Okay, so let me expand on this. There's been some frustration expressed that I haven't named the person who has been doxed, because quite frankly, I don't need other people wandering around.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter who was doxed.
Makes no difference. Yeah,
right. I would feel the same if it were one way or the next. It doesn't matter who was doxed. I have personally expressed my concerns with JL about that type of action. I have expressed my concerns with other people about those types of actions. It doesn't matter who was doxed. We shouldn't be doing that stuff. That shouldn't be happening.
But
go ahead. I'm sorry, Tony. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. So one of the peripheral players in this drama is somebody who deeply regrets their involvement in it, and I had the opportunity to talk with him. And one of the precipitating events in this was he received a message from somebody, look, you need to look after yourself, stick to your particular streams because there's some bad stuff coming. He went to somebody and said, is this a threat? Should I interpret this as a threat? And they said, yes. The person who told him that it was a threat was lying.
Absolutely.
Was misrepresenting reality, and should have known that they were misrepresenting reality.
Not just that, Tony, though, but I also think that person was manipulating that individual.
Yeah.
I also was asked, I was asked a couple of days later, hey, do you think this is a threat? At least I think it was a couple of days later. It might have been much later. I was asked, do you see this as a threat? And I read it and I was like, 100% not a threat.
In fact,
it was clearly somebody telling you. It was a heads up.
Yeah, it was a heads up.
It was to It was to let them know that, you know, there was an issue imminent in the community, and just to be careful. That's all it was.
Yep.
And it was all done in good faith. And this particular person, and I know he doesn't mind me saying this or anything, has a little bit of a complex around threats, and because of his condition, finds it difficult to read social cues. And even certain things that were completely innocuous to me, he would deem as a threat, and I would explain to him how they're not, and then he would understand. So what happened in this event, in my opinion, my humble opinion, is that the individual that he first asked thought this is a perfect opportunity, then told him, yep, that's absolutely a threat, and nobody would be able to look at that threat and look at that comment and see it as a threat. If you were to read that comment right now, unless, you know, if you're somebody in his situation where he finds it difficult to read between the lines of, you know, the words that somebody's actually saying, you would read it and say that this is clearly somebody going, hey, dude, just a heads up, there's some shit going down at the moment. So just, you know, look out for yourself. Don't get involved or whatever. Just, you know, as like, you know, anybody might say to me. And so, yeah, they misread it. And I do believe that the person that they asked intentionally went out of their way to make it seem like it was a threat, so that that person would then be on their side and give them what they needed to be able to do what they do. And yeah, that's how I saw it.
Yeah. So the point that I want to make is that one of the precipitating events in that was somebody sent you need to look after yourself. They didn't send any personal details. They didn't send any. They didn't send any photos of houses or photos of the person. They just said, look, for your own safety, you need to look after yourself, and you need to, you know, stay out of streams that might get you involved in trouble. And it was instantly interpreted as a threat and was used to justify at least one portion of the sequence of doxing. So, you know, kind of the only, you know, this sort of escalation, this sort of, you know, this is just a warning. You know, I think, you know, given how easy it is for people to misinterpret the signals, given how easy it is for people to make up their own tone of voice for what you're writing, you know, I think it's safest to stay away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the other element is that a lot of our you know, yeah, there is that other side of the argument, Jessica G, and that's something else that the person should, you know, the approach. There have been people who have been aware of the approach of this doxing activity and have not stopped it and have not protected people. And I feel like, you know, one of the problems with the internet is and internet doxing is the fact that it can be done completely anonymously. So there's a lot of speculation over who might have done the doxing. You know, there's a there's a strong likelihood that the person initially blamed didn't actually do the doxing themselves, but was aware that somebody else was doing it and haven't chosen to publicize that person's. But that makes them complicit, right? If you let this happen, it's just like, you know, watching somebody go and commit any violent crime, be it a rape or a murder or a stabbing. You know, you knew that it was going to happen and you did nothing to defend the person. So, you know, it's
Jessica makes a good point there about the timeline. And actually, I should clarify it from the outset. Well, first of all, everybody knows I'm terrible with dates and times and stuff like that, but I'm not aware of the specifics of the timeline. So I should just point that out, just to let everybody know that. And I don't know the absolute ins and outs of it. I only know the bits that I've been told. So I'll just make that point clear.
So yes, what Jessica is saying is absolutely right, and the person involved in conversation with me expressed deep regret for it, and but that deep regret doesn't undo what's been done, and it doesn't undo the impacts on the individual involved. So the ultimate arbiter of this is going to be the impacted person. But this guy, the person who we're talking about, does know that they fucked this situation royally, and in doing so, they fucked other people. But I just think that if we're going, given, I just want us all to be cleaving to a much higher standard of behavior, and I understand the temptation. When somebody aggravates you, when somebody does something that triggers you. I think we need to act with restraint. Okay.
And I will clarify, as I just clarified in the chat, because the other people here might not have seen it, but I can tell you honestly, in the past 5 years, I've only gone after two people in this manner. I went after Darth because of things that he said personally to me, and then I went after Nathan after the email he sent me. After the email sent me with the particular picture that I can't mention in this stream.
That's a little different, right? That's a little
that is different.
When he sent that to me, I tracked him down to the little lodge that he was staying at outside of College Station, Texas, when he was coming to the state. That was actually a lot easier than I thought, because he posts so much shit on his Instagram. He makes it virtually. He's fucking telegraphing this shit.
That is very different, because he actually victimized you.
Right.
He actually victimized you there directly. So
I can say in the last 5 directly. I can say in the last 5 years, the only two people I've done this to were Darth Dawkins and Nathan Thompson, because the only two people who've warranted it.
Well, again, I don't think anybody would have.
That you Irish.
Well,
you motherfucker.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm just looking out the window waiting for like some bearded guy outside.
All I'm saying is, I don't think anybody would take issue with the Nathan Thompson one, because he did victimize you, right? So be it a disgusting victimization,
so
but yeah, it
was gross.
That is in response to being sexually harassed.
Oh, Nerd Angle. I did report the photo. I did. I called I reported it. I reported to everybody that I needed to report it to. I had that conversation while I was at work on my lunch break. And so I took the time, it took that hour to make all the phone calls I needed to track down who I needed to call. I called all of them, reported it to all the authorities that he was transmitting pornographic material over to email addresses that children had access to. I kind of threw that in there just to spice things up a little bit. But I also tracked him down to the lodge that he was staying at outside of College Station, Texas, and emailed him and said, because I have his email address. And I was like, hey, dude, so I see you're staying, blah, blah, blah. Here's your address. I was like, how long are you going to be there? And he was like, and then, about, I think 12 hours later, he was on his way north up to go to Oklahoma.
Okay. So I want to address something that's going on in the chat. And if somebody asks you not to tag them in the chat and not address comments to them, could you please kindly respect their wishes in this regard? Because constantly pestering somebody who has made it clear that they don't particularly want to be engaged in conversation with you is rude and inflammatory. And it will make the chat a less pleasant place to be, so kindly do not do it.
Let's all be good to each other. Come on now. We can be better than this. We can all be better than this. Every last one of us, myself included.
Okay, I'm actually gonna show my ignorance here, because I know that we've been having virtually two conversations been going on. It's like the shit that I do is just it's vaguely related to the stuff that's going on in this. Now, I unfortunately am a little out of the loop. I've been dealing with this, packing up the house, dealing with the realtor, trying to shore up Week in Horror and figure out what the fuck, and just trying to be as efficient as possible. But that's because of that, I have not been on very much So I haven't been paying attention. I haven't been in a lot of live streams because I'm either doing this or writing or something. So I'm a little out of the loop. In a nutshell, what happened?
So basically, the Reds Rhetoric Aligned group have released information. They released the private details of an individual they don't like. The situation, they have done this repeatedly. Now, A22 Production recently made a statement about how he had been protecting people from doxing, but he was not going to do it anymore. And one possible interpretation of that is that he had been trying to dissuade somebody of his acquaintance from doxing the person who ended up being doxed, but he stopped dissuading them, which means that he is complicit in this doxing. I think that Cheshire Vic has redoxed the victim.
Yeah.
And I use the term very selectively.
So on his Whiskey Wednesday, Team mentioned that he knew something about Golden Unicorn, and I think that probably provoked Cheshire Vic. But
the fuck is Golden Unicorn?
Golden Unicorn is one.
So out of the loop, man. We got fucking.
She's the leader.
There's like fucking code words and shit. I don't know what's going on.
She's the leader of the PhD Tony fan club that had a meeting one night and made a video.
Yeah. So,
I was like, what the fuck does that even mean?
So Cheshire Vic is a groupie of. I had no idea who this person was, but they just started ripping into me as soon as I started making comments. And then they came into my stream. Then they came into my channel.
Ripping into you. I mean, they're children. And they're kids.
Yes. So I blocked them. I mean, again, the internet is large enough that I can be over here, you here. And
never the shall mix.
And so, but she's a very aggressive and enthusiastic disciple of Cheshire Vic, and has been very critical of the person who ended up getting doxed. So I think, given that Team Skeptic mentioned the university that this person attended for at least a while, they felt like, well, the way to respond to that is by doxing an innocent person again, despite the fact that the innocent person has previously been stalked by people who wanted to viciously harm them. So it kind of this in the ultimate washout, we're playing with people's lives, and this is fucking YouTube, right? Nobody's life should get impacted by this, and it's outrageous the way that people have believed that they have a right to they have a right to persecute people, they have a right to dox people, they have a right to respond to this person. The justification for the doxing was particularly fucking feeble and childish, but people need to grow up, and that includes extending courtesy in chat. Do not approach somebody in chat who has made it clear they do not want you to approach them. It's that simple. It's just courtesy, right? Just if I don't have to get on with everybody in this community. I don't. But if I see them in somebody else's chat, usually I'll leave them alone. Usually I'll leave them alone unless they've done something explicitly to piss me off. But just if you see somebody, don't provoke them. Don't jab at them, like a 6-year-old in the back of a fucking car. Leave them alone. For God's sake. And I made a video about this fucking 8-9 months ago, whenever the hell it was. And it was for that reason that people started attacking me. Just the internet's fucking big. Stay apart. And if you see somebody, don't talk to them. Anyway.
On a lighter note, Steve McRae looks like 70s Ron Jeremy now.
Does he?
That's funny.
If anybody's seen those images, who is it who just mentioned? Someone mentioned it in the live chat. It was like Fred Knotts. It's like, if you want a good laugh, go see Steve McRae. And yeah, I checked out one of his live streams. I swear to God, the fucker looks like early 80s Ron Jeremy. It's so hilarious. He's got his hair. Obviously, he's got this really bad receding hairline, but his hair goes like straight back. It's like straight now. So he straightened it, and it's solid black and goes down to his shoulders. And he's got this pin goatee that's like solid black. And because it kind of comes down, and he's got the aviators on.
That's definitely 70s Ron Jeremy.
His shit is so black, it like literally blended into his black shirt. So it was just like.
All right, look. We need to settle something once and for all. Okay, damn it.
Chris.
I'm sick and tired of the whole argument about it. I don't give a good goddamn if you call them chips, crisps, whatever. Fucking just
it's
Jesus
crisps.
Christ. Doesn't matter. Are they delicious?
No.
Doesn't matter.
They are delicious and nutritious.
That's all that matters.
It does fucking matter.
They're potatoes. Guess what?
Jesus Christ.
They're fucking potatoes. They're fucking potatoes. That's it. That's what they are. They're potatoes. They're potatoes cut a particular way.
For fuck's sake.
Delicious potatoes cut,
crinkle cut. Doesn't fucking matter. They're fucking potatoes. And I know how big potatoes are for you, Irish. You defend your fucking potatoes.
It's like you know what? It's like Joe Biden. He was doing I can't remember what state it is in the U.S. that grows a lot of potatoes. Oh, was it Joe Biden or was it Donald Trump actually?
That would be
hang on a second. Wait, time out.
Yeah,
he was like, Idaho.
Time out. So Alien X Gaming has the best.
I think it is Idaho.
Idaho Spuds. Alien X Gaming has the best solution. Crispy chippy fries. Boom. Everybody's happy. Everybody wins. Everybody wins.
That sounds fair. But anyway, so before I was fucking rudely interrupted, there was a video of Donald Trump talking about potatoes, and he's like, they want to take away your guns, but you need your guns to protect your potatoes. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, fucking damn right you do, boy. Every Irish person in the world is just like, he's got a fucking point. You got to protect your spuds, man. We've had that problem before, which resulted in the east coast of America and most of Australia being dominated by Irish people. So yeah, we protect our spuds, that's for fucking sure. But actually it's funny because a lot of rural people in Ireland, like you can buy potatoes in Ireland for like $1 for a kg or whatever. They're not expensive there at all. And but a lot of rural people have.
Did you say
that's what people
kg?
Who actually use proper that's what people use proper measurements say.
Just say a fucking kilogram
for those,
or a kilo.
Oh, whoa.
What?
Whoa.
Well, I know you've got a kilo. You got a kilo of salt over there. Shit. But anyway, every farmer, right?
So
not every
salty.
farmer, but most farmers in Ireland will have like their own line of potatoes that goes back like a couple of 100 years. And it's like a big thing there now, going to, especially out to the islands, because that marine soil is really good for growing potatoes. and you pay like a lot of money for one spud, so you can cut it up and grow your own. I'm going to do it when I go home. We've got like an acre out the back, and I'm going to grow my own potatoes.
Yeah, because you lost them last time. You don't want to lose them again.
We fucked up the last time, and it's not going to happen again. Like, here's the thing. The famine was awful. All we lost was the potatoes. There was still loads of carrots and shit, but we needed the spuds, you know what I mean?
Well, my recommendation.
But Irish people will probably kill me for that joke. But.
My recommendation is that you get biodiverse potatoes. Get a variety of them. Or not. You know.
Oh, I thought there was more. I thought there was more to the explanation.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the second part of that.
I started feeling the sleep coming in.
I gotta say, I was kind of waiting for a punchline, to be honest. He was like, you know what you need to do? What you need to diversify your potato crop. And I was like, okay, yeah, and no, that's just it. You just gotta diversify your potato crop. I was like, oh, okay.
I too felt like there was something else coming. I thought there was going to be. It was a
It's
really
like if you
good
had a-
setup.
Okay.
Yeah, it was great.
Well,
It was like there's definitely something beautiful coming here.
And you know what? I look at it and see we're ragging on Beans
Yes,
Tony.
yes,
And Beans
and
Tony's
if I-
reaction, his reaction is the perfect intellectual reaction. He raised up his fucking Rubik's Cube to shake it at us like,
It's, so you know, if I had realized that I was talking to vegetables instead of about vegetables, I'd have adjusted the level of the level of my discourse correspondingly. But
So Alien X asked a
And
very
if we
good
could have that
question.
now in English, please.
Alien X Gaming asks a really important question. Says, can we still call them tater tots, or do we need to call them potato nuggets?
They're tater tots.
Okay.
Tater tots.
Yeah.
Get your own.
Napoleon Dynamite.
They're my tater tots. Oh, what a movie, man. Amazing.
God.
The thing that makes that movie so funny.
Tina?
The thing that makes that movie so funny is that everybody knows or went to school with a Napoleon Dynamite. Everybody.
Yeah. It doesn't even matter
hang on a
what,
second.
like,
Wait, time out.
what
Wait a minute. Wait just a second. I gotta
country
finish
you're
this.
from.
Hang on. I got to finish this. And here's the thing. If you don't know who the Napoleon was that you went to school with, chances are you are the Napoleon.
You're the Napoleon.
You were it.
I don't know who was the Napoleon. Oh no!
Shit.
Was it me? Fucking mouth breathing.
Oh, jeez. Exactly.
Right, we're
Exactly.
we're on the fucking ball. This is the conversation started out. Fucking hell!
Jesus Christ.
Mother of
Was
God.
that Tony?
What climbed out of you?
Me.
Did you suck in the rear to put out the front?
Holy shit.
The indigenous Tony will draw air in through his buttocks in order to put it out as a warning to all the possible predators.
it's actually. I just noticed that. I just noticed the time, and I've got to warn. I've got to warn the ships.
And yes, you're right. We're all laughing except for Irish.
Yeah.
That's because I didn't hear it. Because it roboted.
We're all like laughing our ass off. And he's just like looking at the screen. Like, what's going on, guys? What's
I was like, I feel like they might be laughing at me, maybe. I don't know.
As usual, Irish, you've seriously overestimated how funny you are.
That is probably fair.
Oh, fucking hell. God damn, that was fucking funny.
That's why Tony
Anyway.
that's why Tony got so quiet. I was like, what the fuck? Tony's not saying a word. He was backed up.
He was drawing the air in. He was
That's right.
Oh, good times.
Did you know wild Tonys fought out of their mouths?
We do not fart it out of our mouths.
That's hilarious. Oh,
You people are fucked. Do you know that?
What? How are you fucking offended by them saying that I fart out of my mouth? Like, why are you fucking salty? Jesus.
We slayed JL. JL's done.
Fucking hell.
Fucking laughing like an idiot. Woo! Fuck.
Jesus
This is
Christ.
a good
You do
one.
everything like an idiot.
Go
Yeah,
fuck
yeah.
Go fuck yourself, you
Zinger!
fucking spud.
Wow, singer. Yeah, okay, we've descended into that, have we? It's that time of the evening? Okay.
Yeah.
Piping hot comeback there, Irish.
Oh, God. Anyway.
I was going to say something else, but I was like, oh, fuck.
So Irish pretty much confirms Jessica G was right. You seriously overestimate your ability to be funny. Oh.
I would say that's probably right. Just hawk it all up there, JL. Like, just fucking hawk away, you know.
Hawk
What
what?
if we-
I'm not
what
selling
the
any.
fuck?
I'm not selling
the fuck
anything.
Are you? Why the fuck are you going into a dummy spit here, Irish? What the hell? What the hell happened?
I can't hear shit.
What,
You all right there, Irish?
seriously, you know,
I
did
can't
your
hear
period?
anything.
Did your period just start?
What the fuck? He went there. Dry up your
He's-
vagina, Irish.
He's got the tits for it. Let we all know.
Jesus Christ.
I can't hear anything here.
Oh, fucking
That's
hell.
okay. It'll be just as funny on the rewatch.
You're probably even funnier because you can't hear anything he's
I'm looking at
saying.
the side chat. Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Fun's over.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yep.
so now that we've confirmed.
But we didn't say anything of consequence whatsoever, and we certainly didn't say anything about you, Irish. You
That's
fine
no
figure
surprise
of
that
a
nobody in this
gentleman.
fucking group said anything of consequence.
That's
You know,
just
it's good.
generally
It's
true.
good that we were on
Yeah.
such a deep and kind of dark topic, and
Yeah.
then we have to
So-
get out of it. All of us are can so quickly go scatological to get the fuck out of it, which is really good.
Scatological. That's a good one there. Uh-oh.
I was about to say
What
about
the fuck was that, John? Oh, that's a good one there. That's quite a good one there. What the fuck
Yeah,
was
what?
that?
Hey,
It was
can
the
you
most
please
white
shut up?
response I've ever heard. It's like,
He's
Oh,
oh,
get him!
oh,
Get him!
that's it.
oh wow, that
Don't
is-
you make me come over there?
Oh, I don't think she's afraid at all. Are you afraid of Irish? She says no.
No.
I'm not
Well,
surprised.
Don't
Then
worry,
she's
sweetheart.
got-
You'll smell him coming 10 miles away.
Well, you.
I'm not that
Gee.
smelly.
You're
I
not
don't
that-
use that much cologne.
So yes, if you're not afraid of Irish, your stranger danger classes haven't been effective enough. That's
Strangers.
You know what? You realize this channel is never going to get monetized. That's like an absolute fact now. Anyway, that's the end of that. We're on a list somewhere.
Louise laugh is so funny.
Huh?
Louise laugh is so funny.
My wheeze laugh is so funny.
Yes.
Are you gonna get some breakfast? Yeah? No? Maybe? You want to stay right here for a minute? Okay, cool. We only have a few more minutes anyways.
I do eventually hope we can actually get like legit laughter out of you, Johnny, because
What are you talking about?
well, come on, like deep from within. You always have a very controlled laugh. I've just noticed your laugh is very controlled, very even.
He's an empty husk.
That's what it is.
I'm banking that you're not. See, look how controlled that laugh is. It's very specific.
Well, look.
It's like Seth Rogen's laugh, only less obnoxious.
Oh, I can't stand that guy.
No, I think what? I actually do like Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen? We talking about Seth or Joe? Yeah, okay.
Seth Rogen,
but
yeah, that laughter, not
yeah,
the meathead who's like
Can't stand that guy.
explain world to Joe because Joe
Yeah,
don't understand.
okay.
Like Joe Rogan's whole shtick is, "Hey there, ever tried elk meat?" That's just basically all he says ever. It's fucking. It's getting kind of boring now. Have you ever tried DMT on elk meat? And I'm like, really, this shit again, dude? Come on, man.
Weird.
But the other fucking Rogan, he bores the shit out of me too. It's like, oh, fucking shut up. Anyway.
Yeah. That laugh? Yeah.
Yeah, we get it. You fucking smoke weed. We get it. Jesus Christ. Like, oh, just.
Damn.
And we have scared her
Okay,
away.
so this is the thing that was sent to me about Joe Rogan. Is Joe Rogan is like some barbarian Khan from the steppes that took an interest in intellectual things, and his show is basically him bringing slightly nervous scholars and magicians to come before him to explain how the world works. Glasses man, you explain to Joe why sky big and how tree grow, but he will also believe almost anything you tell him. And only recently, in the past few years, does he clap back like Tiny Hat Man say otherwise. Do you lie to Joe? Tiny Hat Man say fat not bad for you. That sugar is enemy. So which is truth? Joe thinks you are wrong. And people just nervously go, oh, okay, yeah, I guess so. Joe spent many moons on horseback and training with bow and sword, but Joe also wonder why skyfire rise from mountains every morning. You will explain this to Joe.
Sounds about right, actually.
Wow.
The thing that got me the most was when they had Elon Musk on the last time, right? And he was like, so how does it make sense to like fly rockets if they cost so much and you're just going to crash them into the ocean? And Elon Musk was like, do you know what we do? You know, we land those like in the most incredible way and save millions of fucking dollars every launch. And he's like, and he just went like, whoa, really? You do that? And he was like, you've never seen the video of a Falcon 9 landing. Are you fucking shitting me? And then they showed him and he was like, whoa. And I'm like, how do you have Elon Musk on and not fucking know that? Seriously. I mean, if I went to one of my random uncles and was like, hey, did you ever see this rocket land? They'd probably go, nah, because there wouldn't be anything they're interested in. But if I had fucking Elon Musk there, you would expect him to at least know that, right? Like, he's unbelievable.
Well,
I couldn't fucking believe it when I listened to that. I was like, no way does this guy seriously not know that.
Well, I have to say that there's a difference between being uninformed and being stupid, right? I mean, you know, Joe Rogan doesn't strike me as a stupid person. I've watched some of his shows. You know, he doesn't seem as as well informed perhaps as a lot of other people, as a lot of his guests. but he doesn't seem as stupid and uninformed as kind of that characterization presents. Am I getting a skewed view here, or am I just wrong? Like,
What do you mean?
I don't know. I think that Joe Rogan is not dishonest. That's one thing I will say. So
What the fuck happened there?
Well, he's smart enough. He's smart enough to let people like Alex Jones hang themselves on his show. So I mean, he knows when to just like keep feeding rope because he knows it's going to make for good content. You know, so I've seen him do that a number of times to some real cranks.
That's true.
He'll be like, check this out. He'll say, here you go, keep going. This is fucking hilarious. He'll be laughing along, being, yeah, give me more. And Alex Jones is like, honestly, I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. That was one of the funniest moments.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Joe. I'm kind of retarded.
Yeah.
I'm turning the frogs gay.
Yeah, my goodness. Then that's another thing. That,
You want to choke me out, Joe?
some people think that Joe
We got breaking news. Breaking news in just now. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
I know. Some people say that Joe needs to be a little more responsible with his platform. I agree. Telling people not to get vaccinated. Oh, I would tell people not to get vaccinated. It's like, that's
Is this your coffee cup?
yes, that is a little irresponsible, especially in the midst of this type of pandemic. But then again, oh hey, sweetie, that one's dirty. It's okay. Yeah, she's trying to get me a cup of coffee. She's a sweetheart. But I just think that it is a little irresponsible. But again, if you're looking,
That's the music I sent my emails to.
if you are looking at Joe Rogan for advice, medical advice, then you might be the problem, not Joe Rogan.
You deserve what happens to you if you're going to Joe Rogan for medical advice. Going to Joe Rogan for medical advice is equivalent of just pulling off all the warning stickers and letting it sort itself out.
Well, but I would say that going to anybody who isn't a medical doctor, right?
yeah, I kind of feel like
Like if I went to PhD Tony for medical advice, it would be. I think it would be a little better than what I would get from Joe Rogan, but.
Why not go to a real doctor like Kent Hovind?
Exactly.
No, you got to Kent Hovind and be like, oh, you got a fever? You need a donkey kicking.
Something like that, yeah.
You got a cold? You need an ear nail. Fucking nailed in my ear.
So Clive Wells says that he watched Joe Rogan interview Roger Penrose, and that he just lets his guests talk, which is what you guys were saying. But and a lot of interviewers, just want to be heard themselves rather than letting their guests talk. So I do think it's easy to crap on people, but I was actually very surprised by just how fair and not stupid Joe's interviews were. So I'm a bit surprised that he's got a reputation for being that stupid. But,
I think he kind of leans into it though, because he himself says, "I'm stupid. What are you listening to me for?" Oh, nothing.
Okay.
So I think it is a little bit. We have watermelons, right?
He definitely steers into the curve.
Yeah, and I think that's part of his show, and it's fine. I mean, but he does leave himself open for a little bit of ridicule, which we all do. Anybody who does this type of public speaking or whatever, we leave ourselves open for ridicule. We have to be. Uh-oh. Now what? You okay there, Tony?
What? Yeah, I was just coughing.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you were dying on us. But
he's old.
That's why I gotta take those coughs a little more serious because of his advanced age. I mean, come on. But yeah, we all leave ourselves open to this type of ridicule, and Joe Rogan knows that. You can say goodbye. You want to say goodbye? Say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Munchkin.
Bye. Have a good day.
That's true.
Bye-bye.
With Tony, it could be a cough. It could be a pulmonary embolism. Not 100% sure. So, gotta check on you, Tony.
Yep.
You got your life. You got your life alert. You got your life alert on, right? Just in case.
Basic trigonometry says he. You do know he gets doctors and nutrition on. Yes, we know this. We know he gets a lot of different. He gets all kinds of guests on, which is, that's kind of one of the funniest. That's one of the funnier things about Joe Rogan. It's like he'll have somebody like Elon Musk or,
He's had Elon Musk on. He's had Neil deGrasse on. He's had Brian Cox on. He's had Michio Kaku on.
Exactly, and he's also had that guy down the street.
Yes, he's also had. He's had paleontologists on. He's friends with the paleontologists.
You're missing the point, JL. Is that
But he's also has regular people on. I'm aware.
Yeah, he'll pretty much put anybody on his show. Like if he had no guest on, and I walked up to Joe Rogan and said, "Hey, can I be on your show?" He'd probably be like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." You know what I mean? So
go be on the show.
I don't want to be on his show because then he'll show everybody how much better he is at this than I am. Not that people don't already know that. I just don't want to have. I don't want to have the video evidence of me and him being in the same room and the same thing, and then everybody's like, "Yeah, Joe Rogan's better."
I want Tony to be on this show.
That would be awesome. I mean, this is a guy who had James Hetfield on, right? The front man of the biggest metal band of all time, talking about. I will fucking kill you.
I'm fucking with you. You know damn well.
He had him on talking about his bees, his beekeeping.
Okay.
James is fucking beekeeper?
Yeah.
That both makes and doesn't make sense.
I mean, yeah.
Bees keep bees, harvest honey. Fire bad.
That was a pretty good skit.
So there's so apparently we're being corrected. Jessica G, who watches a lot of Joe, says that he never said don't take the vaccine. So there you are.
What is this?
2 hair ties.
2 hair ties. I don't need those anymore. I don't have hair.
Yes, you do.
Joe Rogan's interview with Bigfoot. I missed that one.
Yeah, I didn't. I have to say I wasn't aware of that one. Not sure what fact he might be talking about. But I mean, I have to say, sort of, he's from what I've seen, he's actually quite a good interviewer, and not many people know enough about interviewing to just shut up and let their guests talk. So he also seems fair-minded, so he gets a variety of guests on. To my mind, perhaps too fair-minded, which is what Irish is usually trying to do. Look at him there.
That's fair. Sorry, I'm just in the middle of a fucking argument here.
Uh-oh.
With who?
Long story. Just someone being a dickhead.
That's like virtually everyone.
Guy saying that I'm a traitor. A guy saying that I'm a traitor to my nation because I like Ali G.
Why does it make you a traitor to your nation?
Because apparently he's a Mossad agent and something to do with fucking Zion. I don't know.
He's a Mossad agent.
Yeah.
He pretended to be a Mossad agent. Have you not seen that skit?
Yeah, it was a literal joke. That was the whole fucking thing.
No, it wasn't. It was a huge. So he did this thing where he went undercover as a Mossad agent, and he got some congressman.
Hang on a second.
And
Yeah,
Jessica G. I never said he. I actually said that it was a good thing that he had multiple people on. I'm not sure who that is directed at because as everybody knows, I'm anti-echo chamber. But yeah, no, I think that it's good that he had that. My point was, it's good that he'll have just about anybody on his show. That was a point that I was making, is that his show is pretty much open to anybody's idea. I don't think anybody here in this panel would disagree with Joe Rogan platforming or having all different types of voices on his show. I think that's what makes his show more palatable, more marketable, is that he will entertain just about anybody's ideas. Not
just more palatable and more marketable, but also more constructive in the sense that if you pick from one side of the spectrum and you're always hearing about them, then you're always hearing their opinions about the other side of the spectrum. You're not actually hearing the other side of the spectrum.
Right.
And so you can end up in a loop where that's very difficult to get out of. So kind of letting people from the other side of the political spectrum come on and express their views in a non-adversarial fashion, because too often we have them on and they're arguing with somebody who has the opposite view, or we have people on and they've got the opposite view from the interviewer, for instance. So it's it just gets very it can get very sort of masturbatory to to get crude and and perhaps scatological. Nerd Angle does not entertain my views on Tolkien. Well,
That's fair.
if you wish to live in denial of the facts, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Cold-blooded.
Anyway, it's about that time. We got like 4 minutes before 9:30, which means it's 12:30 your time, PhD Tony.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're gonna turn into you should have already turned into a pumpkin.
I did. In fact, yesterday. Well, it's now 12:30. So the day before yesterday was actually my birthday. So I'm an older pumpkin.
Happy 675 millionth birthday.
Yes.
14.3 billion. How does it feel?
You don't look a day past 1,095.
Nice.
I find it very cool to share a birthday week with you, Tony. It's pretty badass.
Well,
You take your milk.
it's just if you've got a class of 30 people, the odds that there's better than 50-50 odds that two of them will have the exact same birthday. So it's that's the way probability works out. Yeah. And to celebrate the week, I released a video on radiocarbon dating. Everybody should go and watch it now, because it will change your life. And it will get me fractionally closer to this stupid 4,000 hours.
Unless you are operating heavy machinery, in which case you definitely should not be listening to that video. Just saying.
So
that video has made it into the plot hole news for Monday.
I'm so flipping close myself.
I hope it's at the end.
JL, you need like what, 75 subscribers? PhD
I
Tony, you
need
1,500 hours or 2,000 hours.
I need about 400 hours of watching.
400 hours, that's it? Shit, we can get that done in a live stream.
Well, yes, perhaps. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't done any live streams for a while, and maybe I should. But yeah, regardless.
I need 81.
81.
I need 81. I am. Oh, holy shit! I'm a lot better. I need 81 subs and a little over 700 watch hours.
There you go. You guys are getting close.
250. So that'd be 75. 70 hours, 75, no, 70, yeah, a little over, actually 7,500. So yeah, so very close to both of them. But 81 subscribers to get to 1,000. Close, fingers crossed. I was hoping to hit it before I moved because I knew I was gonna be silent for a little bit. But
just do your moving shorts. You should do shorts while you're moving.
That's true. I could. Well, I plan to do one when we're done with the house. Just kind of be like, this is it. We're about to hit the road.
You should chronicle the whole thing. Not the whole thing, but some cool parts about it. Anyway, that's just me spitballing.
Yeah. Still do my shorts. I still plan to do like the shop thoughts. I'll just do it from my shop instead of my workshop. So, because people seem to really, really dig those shorts.
Those were fun. I like those. Yeah. All right, Irish. What do you need? What do you need? Like 4,000 to get 10K on your original channel?
Yeah, just short of that. Yeah. I'm not really too fussed. The one I'm really pushing right now is my new channel, which is that The Lost Irishman. So if people want to go over check that out, I'd really appreciate it. That's going to be where I'll be posting a lot of my travel stuff from when I go back to Ireland and all that kind of stuff.
That's cool. I'm looking.
That's
forward
it,
to that.
really.
I'm actually looking forward to that because
I can't wait.
I can see Ireland through a friend's eyes. That'd be kind of cool.
A new channel. So I mean,
Yeah,
we haven't
absolutely.
talked. So are we thinking this fall or winter? I mean,
don't know, to be honest with you. I know that it will. My job will close vacation in. I think October is when we close vacation. We black out vacation. We can't take it from October until February of the following year.
that's bougie.
Well, it's sales. It's retail sales. So
Yeah, it's true. It's fucking retail.
yeah.
I'll tell you what. If I have to, Irish, I'll come visit you alone.
I will break your kneecaps.
Damn right.
Now, are you going to be coming out to the States before we get an opportunity to go out there?
I'm hoping to get out there this year if all goes well. But I don't know how it's going to be with regard to the COVID situation. The other thing is I've got quite a lot to do in Ireland as well, just at the house and everything. So it's hard to say for sure whether it'll be this year or early next year maybe. But we'll see. It's not very expensive for me to get out there. I think it's like 800 Australian return. So
I would say
that
that
it's
if
not
you're gonna-
a whole lot. So we could definitely do something.
I would say that realistically, a good window for you to come in would be August to September, or if you can't make it August to September, then I would wait until probably May, June of the following year.
Yeah.
That way, you don't
I'd be
have to deal
thinking
with-
kind of the very end of August, start of September. If I can fundraise it, then I'll definitely come in August. No question about it. I'll definitely, even if it's just for 10 days, come to Texas and then fly back from Texas, I'll do that. And then the next time I go out, I'll kind of have a better feeling for the place and I'll be able to, my plan is to drive, I really want to ride down Route 66 from Chicago to California. So that's what I'm planning for the next trip, the next big trip. But yeah, it'd be awesome. I'd love to.
There's a request that Irish Demon sing "Happy Birthday" to Tony, and I appreciate you singing "Happy Birthday" to me. Just try not to burn the house down when you do it this time.
Oh shit!
The giant candle and the sparklers were a very nice touch, especially since they were in a burger. I kind of like that. That was cute.
I think I didn't have a cake, so I had to slam it into a burger.
My wife Angela was
awful.
Angela was laughing her ass off when she watched that. She just started dying. He was like, "Happy birthday!" Oh fuck, it's hot. Oh shit!
It was so hot. Like I had a big shiny bit. I have a big shiny bit on my finger from where I burnt it. Like I proper burnt it. Like it fucking really
the
hurt.
fact that he got into it, he's like, boom, yeah, it's lit. Happy bro. Oh fucking hell, shit, it's fucking hot. Oh shit.
It just got way out of hand. It got out of hand so quick.
It's like I'm wearing shorts. It was so perfect.
It kept falling on my in my nadular region. I thought I was gonna burn my balls off. Man. It was awful.
But if you would please for Tony, you may sing "Happy Birthday" to Tony.
Hold on, let me see if do I have it left? Did I use all my sparklers? Ah, fuck. Where's my sparklers?
And Tony, don't try to stop this from happening.
Okay.
Okay. Just grin and bear it.
Yep.
My sparkler's broken.
Oh.
That's what she said.
Is it? Jesus.
Does that even work?
I don't think so.
It works.
That's what she said.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It absolutely did not work that time. That's what he said? I'm not sure.
Go ahead, Tony. What were you? Yes, you can, Tony. Yes, you fucking can.
Yes, you fucking can. Damn it.
I just want to say it's not going to be the same with out Irish being in a Marilyn Monroe dress.
That's the thing that's where nightmares come from.
Why'd you think I just left the screen?
That's the stuff of nightmares.
That's some eldritch horror shit.
I'm trying to pick a fun party hat.
I want to say
I don't like
What the fuck is he doing?
I'm okay.
I don't.
I want to say thank you to everybody who has extended birthday wishes in the chat. You're very kind.
All right, here we go.
Oh shit! Happy birthday! Ow! Oh! I'm not even kidding. That fucking burns so bad. Right? Oh shit! I need fucking water.
What'd you put it in?
Whiskey. Put it in whiskey.
Oh my god!
That could have went.
That could have went a real different way.
That could have went way fucking worse. Oh shit! Is this even? I don't think it's actually out properly, is it? Shit!
He fucking doused it in like 40 proof. This will put it out. Oh shit!
It's still smoldering on.
We didn't even get the
Still
first.
smoldering.
We didn't even get the first happy birthday
Jay.
out.
Happy
Jay,
birthday,
can you
Tony!
get me some water, please? I'm struggling here with the sparklers. Oh shit! It's come back. It's come back. It's come back. Oh shit! It's back on. Jay, get water. I'm not even kidding. It's come back on. Have some water, please. Oh. Stop. Why are you laughing so much? Who makes these?
Water won't work. Water will not work.
Oh, he's right. It doesn't work. Oh, now I got water all over my.
It's magnesium.
I hope you're happy. I got water all over my.
You need sand.
Yeah,
You need sand. Put it in soil.
Oh fuck!
Now my cock and balls are all wet.
Oh
Okay,
Jesus
I just-
Christ!
I just want to say, with reference to the upcoming trip to
fuck.
Ireland, Irish, you are not going to be trusted to organise any fucking thing.
Oh shit!
Because, quite frankly, I fear for everyone's safety and the town's either side of wherever this is occurring. He's gone.
This
God's
motherfucker doesn't get to drive. He does not get to drive anywhere.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh.
He's gone. He burned himself to death. Look, he's gone.
He's run to the emergency room. He tried to put that shit out in fucking whiskey.
The Mexican
shit.
Okay.
I can't believe you tried to douse that spirit
water.
in spirits, dude.
They wasn't in spirits. I was just being funny. He doused it in water, which
Did I?
again is
okay.
I
magnesium.
didn't put
So
that in my tea, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's
don't
not
drink that. Oh, okay.
No, it was the other one. I was just double checking to make sure that it wasn't the fucking. You gotta be shitting me.
It just keeps getting better and better. Next the fire brigade is gonna break down the door. Someone's just Someone's just gonna spray him with fucking flame retardant from
Jesus Christ.
It's progressively better. Oh, fucking hell! That is you can't write this shit.
There's a key on the box.
Got it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure
Happy
if you guys.
birthday! Oh shit! That's my fucking neighbors here. Oh, we're fine. She burnt toast.
You burnt toast.
No, we're good. She just burned some toast again.
Blaming it on Mrs.
And you
Demon.
threw the girl under the bus. Damn.
The worst part is when I went out there was a spark in my fucking beard. Well, that's what she said. I think she was just trying to skip.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, that was the worst part. Holy dooly, mate.
This man cannot get behind the wheel of a car.
So you guys may not be aware of this, but there was a television show when I was young called Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, starring Michael Crawford, the guy who would later become famous as the Phantom of the Opera. And up until about 5 minutes ago, I thought that the scenarios presented in this television show were completely fucking implausible and that nothing like that could ever happen in reality. And then I saw one unfold in front of my very eyes, and just every fucking mistake.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God.
Irish, you are a walking murder's law.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
I don't know why you people keep telling me to do stupid shit.
Because
you do it.
You were asked to sing happy birthday.
And I'm pretty
You know
sure.
I don't
hang on a
do
second.
things
Wait a
by
minute.
half.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. JL even said, "Hey, don't do the burn the house down version." He literally said that,
Hear that part.
right before you tried to burn your house down.
My fucking cup.
But of course, it could have been happy birthday, but no, it was a fucking calamity.
It was very memorable. I think if he just sung "Happy Birthday," I would have expunged it from my memory as soon as possible. But this is turning out to be quite memorable, in fact. Oh dear.
Well, that's the last time I'm fucking saying happy birthday to anybody. I'm going to cause an international incident. Fuck's sake.
Irishman burns down half of Australia over happy birthday.
I was concerned for you when he did it for me, and I was like, "Oh, it's so cool," because he had a big ass giant candle. It was like boom right there in the burger, and I was like, "That's absolutely perfect." They did the sparklers, and I was like, "Okay, this is ballsy." Then he lit the candle and the sparklers. And then he's like, yeah, he held it up and then started jumping around like he's fucking on fire.
It seemed like such a good idea at the time.
That's a good question, Irish. Where were you when the bushfires started? At the January.
No comment.
January 2020.
Uh-oh. I had a birthday in January. What time did they... What part of the month did they start?
Early January.
Fuck.
January 1st.
Were you singing happy birthday to me?
Yeah. I think we tracked it down. I think
it out.
it is June.
You owe an apology. Irish, you owe an apology to a lot of koalas.
It's June 5th. No,
Is it? No,
I think you'll find there's no koalas in Western Australia, actually.
Well, yeah, because you burned them all up.
I should say there's no unbarbecued koalas. You're welcome.
All right, let's get out of here. Tony's going to turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Tony.
Thank you.
Happy
And
birthday, Tony.
marvelously memorable it was too. Thank you very much, Irish. You're a
my
brave,
pleasure.
You're a brave man.
It's all for you,
Damn right.
Tony. It's all for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh man! All right, let's see. We already said goodbye, so it's time to get out of here. All right.
See you later, folks.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Trying to burn this video down.